And what I'd like to do is to go round from this side, go over like this, and just quickly introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Sandeep. I'm from Singapore. I head the Asian Media Information and Communication Center.
Good morning, everybody. I am Suresh Kumar, DC Medak District, Andhra Pradesh.
Hi, I'm Saurabh. I work with Thinment Technologies. We work on ruggedized computers for rural areas. We're based in Gurgaon.
I'm Dr. Atul Nishal. I'm from Ganit Gurus. We have a teacher training portal in mathematics, which I might be talking about later.
Good morning, everybody. I am Pradeep, and I am content manager with Ganit Gurus.
Neelam Anand from ILNFS Education.
Nishant Dhawan from ILNFS Education. I handle the business development for the education division.
Good morning, everybody. Gaurav from Ganit Gurus again.
Morning, Shekhar from Ganit Gurus.
Arun Mehta from National University of Education Planning and Administration.
Dipesh Kumar Singh from National University of Education Planning and Administration.
Sheeja Biju from National University of Education Planning and Administration. Asila from National University of Education Planning and Administration.
Yes, NK Rai from District.
This is P.J. Joseph coming from Calcutta, director of a center called Chitravani, where we develop programs for media education in schools.
I'm Dr. Thangaraj from Kongu Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. I've been teaching for 47 years now. Right from chalk and talk until this, right down to multimedia.
Good morning, my name is Abhinav. I'm a copywriter with Dreamcast.
Good morning, Mandrika Prasad from Guruji.
Jugal Gupta from Databyte Pune. We have developed a teaching blackboard we call Guruji that I'm going to talk about shortly. Guruji that I'm going to talk about shortly.
I'm Preeti Chaturvedi from GIST. I head the online education division there.
Rahul Nair, Office of Advisor to PM, Public Information Infrastructure and Innovation.
I am Balacharya from Medak district of Andhra Pradesh. I am working as a district coordinator UNICEF.
I'm Sachini Shakila from the Information and Communication Technology Agency of Sri Lanka.
Initiatives in the state of Uttar Pradesh and especially in the food department.
VK Rai, Food Department UP.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to now thank Neelam for highlighting three aspects of what she presented, and I'll just quickly gather what I learned from this, because one of the aims of this session is also to come up with a set of recommendations that we would like to table to the Government of India. And what came out was that when you are planning a computer-aided learning program for schools, you need to bear in mind that you need to have a comprehensive scenario. It's not an infrastructure alone. That's the first recommendation I would see coming from her case study. The second is to focus on teacher training, to use ICT as a tool and not teaching computers only. So we are looking at that and re-emphasizing that shift. So that's the second point that I gathered. And the third, which came up from the discussions, was to really bear in mind that all ICT projects, for as long as they are run and managed and monitored, are going to work well, but it's important to ensure its continuity. So you need to teach the teachers or administrators of schools of operational expenses and service maintenance, which are key components. And I think these are the 3 points that I picked up from Neelam's presentation. I'd like to now invite Guruji DataByte Equipment Private Limited to please make the presentation. We'll try and keep the presentation to 10 minutes and 10 to 15 minutes for discussions.
Yeah. A very good morning to you all. My name is Jugal Gupta. I come from a company based in Pune called DataByte. We develop and manufacture electronic equipment for indigenous application. So one of the things that we have recently developed, a teaching blackboard that we call Guruji. So I'm going to demonstrate that blackboard and talk about it briefly as to what thinking has gone into it. We roughly add about 20 million new children to our population every year. So that makes it about 140 million children in the age group of 5 to 12. I mean, these are the children who should be in primary school. According to Acer report 2005, about 93% of these children are in school, but 52% of them between the age group of 7 to 14 cannot read a simple story. And many of them, even after 5 years of schooling, cannot read and write. In fact, there is a NGO in Pune called Swadhar. They decided to conduct coaching classes for children from poor section. So they carried out a survey and they found that even children in 5th or 6th standard who were lagging behind, they were actually not able to read and write. So first thing they had to do is to start conducting literacy classes for them literally. So 3 main reasons why the problems of 3 reasons for this problem of literacy. One is lack of basic schooling infrastructure and lack of motivated teachers. I mean, there are schools where there are no teachers, there are schools where there are teachers but who don't show up. And sometimes, I mean, a lot of people who take up these jobs are not really interested in teaching. Just because some job is available for asking, they take it up. And many times those teachers show up, but they are not really interested in teaching. And teaching small, young children requires a lot of motivation, a lot of skill. And the third point, which not many people may be aware of, the illiterate parents. You know, even in our metros, when our children go to school, we are not actually coaching, but we do help them a lot. Just simply asking them at the end of the day, "Bete kya? What did you read today? Oh, this is ka." Saying this much helps a child connect with what is going on in the school. Imagine the plight of a child whose parents are illiterate, who just cannot even ask him a question about school. So, and imagine a class of 40 or 50 children being managed by one harassed teacher. He cannot pay attention to all the children. So children who don't have any support in the school or at home usually remain disconnected with what is going on in the class and eventually just drop out. I mean, one of the reasons why children drop out is because the parents are illiterate and they require special attention if you want them to connect with the teaching. So with all these thinkings, we developed a simple teaching blackboard that we feel can take care of a lot of these issues and ensure that every child who spends about 6 months taking lessons in a class with the help of this teaching blackboard should become literate. It takes care of all things like if there are children of different age group present in the class, people with different learning caliber and so on, they should all be able to move along with the class. So instead of going into any more of these, I would like to just demonstrate this simple blackboard and we'll talk as we proceed. दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहे आप इसको वहां रखते हो क्या अच्छा ओके this runs on a built-in battery. The battery it would run it for about 20 hours without recharging. It's controlled by an infrared control. You can reduce the drawing speed. You can make the same character repeat, suppose you are teaching them how to write ka. So you go on repeating ka at a slow speed. So the child can sort of keep watching for some time and then start drawing it on his slate. This is a kind of complete teaching system in itself. It doesn't require any additional consumable fuel or any such issues, There are 100 lessons. I mean, the entire alphabet has been broken into small lessons of 4 or 5 alphabets. And now this is ka, kha, ga, and so on. It goes up to chhatra, gya. Then I'll demonstrate the matras. So on. It will go for kha and so on. See, good thing about being a microprocessor-based equipment is a microprocessor is a very obedient slave. In the sense, if a teacher is teaching, he'll draw ka 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, he'll get fed up. This idiot will go on doing it till you tell him to stop. It's that is good. Then there are, say, simple words. For each of the matra, there are words to demonstrate, घुमाएंगे ऐसे ऐसे हाँ even if the teacher is not motivated, but he runs the lesson, people who are onlooking would eventually get the concept, and every child who spends half an hour in front of this would eventually be wiser at the end of that session, I hope. There are other words, longer words and so on. Now I'll go to the concept of counting, how we introduce counting. It will draw one ball and just say 1, then 2 balls and say 2 and so on. These numerals you can display in Roman or Hindi, that way, for example. I mean, teaching literacy couldn't have been simpler. I mean, that's what we feel. Okay. We'll go to the concept of addition. मंदिर इसको आप ऊपर कीजिए, घुमाइए. once he has got the concept of addition, we can go for bigger additions. Yes, at present we support Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi and English, and we'll add other languages as we go on. Sorry. So once, okay, we can add 2, 3, 4 like this. थोड़ा सीधा पकड़ो हाँ सीधा no वैसे ही रखो just टेढ़ा था हाँ. See, we have converted everything into a small series, and this I think is also very interesting otherwise, in the sense, if you tell a child to, okay, give him 2, 3 sums to do, okay, 3 plus 5, 5 plus 7, he will do 3 additions. If you tell him, okay, do 3 plus 5 series, he would do 10 times, and so there's a lot more practice, and by looking at the end result, you know whether he has done it correctly. So this series gives them 10 times more practice, and that's what one is required at the early stages. Similarly, there is subtraction. Okay. There is subtraction, there is multiplication. We believe that if you want children to be good in mental arithmetic, they must memorize multiplication tables. We help them memorize multiplication table up to 25. We also have division. So basically it is a complete literacy package. If you have this simple device available in any village, we assume it's very as good even for adults, illiterate adults. Every illiterate adult, if they get together for half an hour every evening, in 6 months they will be definitely literate. Since time is not there, I would welcome questions. No? You can please come to our stall and see a more detailed demonstration.
This is a very interesting tool. I think my question is around when you're looking at mathematics and teaching children basic arithmetic operations. Are you also explaining to them the concept behind it? Because it seems to me that this is exactly what a teacher does in a primary school, which is write down numbers and say, this means add, add, add. Whereas if the child is really, whether or not the child is really understanding what 2 plus 1 means, requires a pictorial demonstration. So you had a pictorial demonstration in the beginning. Is that also applicable for these operations that you're teaching them?
The teacher also should have something to do. So I think he will do the explanation. We could have, we are thinking how we can improve this. But idea is the teacher would act as a facilitator. He will run the lesson, go around and help weaker children and monitor what they are doing. But this is not completely running by itself. It's not to be run in auto mode. It runs in auto mode, but presence is necessary.
I have a question. I'm really amazed by the fact that you've solved the problems of power, of repeatability, of taking the drudgery out of teaching, and this can be locally manufactured. It's very rugged. What is the kind of response? So I'll create a question. What is the kind of response you're getting? And another question is, how do you deal with people who tell you, yaar, ye to purana hai, ye to LED hai. Why isn't there an LCD? Where is the computer kahan gaya? So how do you tackle that?
Excellence in technology, they don't get impressed, of course. But if somebody who's involved in teaching, who has been a teacher, he immediately sees the value of this. I mean, we have demonstrated to a lot of schools in Pune, and all the principals and teachers have all unanimously appreciated this. And they think it's very useful. They all want to acquire one. This has been recently introduced. So I don't have much data to give you in terms of how effective it is. But all principals, teachers have appreciated this. There is just one, have some time. See, we thought we have developed something for rural India. But some of the news about Guruji came in the paper, and we found that just 20 feet from our, not 20 feet, 20 meters from our office in Pune, heart of the city, there is a primary school. And it has 4 sections, first, second, third and fourth class, and there are only 2 teachers, and one of them is the principal, who is most of the time busy about collecting salary and running around with administrative work. So basically there's 1 teacher, 4 classes there usually. So when we took to demonstrate, the children got so excited, and the teacher said, look at these children, how they're responding. Now you can't take it away. So we left the device there. After 3-4 days, we just went for a feedback, how are things? So one thing she told me that, look, teachers, some children who used to sit back, not interested and not able to, even now they have started speaking up with what happens when you run a class? It draws 2 and then everyone says, do. So all children speak out even before this device says do. So he says now everyone is started speaking and started participating. And I think even that is a lot in 2-3 days. But as you can see, it will teach. I mean, there is no question about it.
Very interesting device. One of the major applications I could see for something like this off the top of my head is with adult education. One of the serious problems when it comes to literacy programs, especially in rural India, is regression. As adults, once you've gotten class 3, class 4 education, you then drop out. And then by the age of 15 or 20 or 25, you've almost forgotten your basic literacy. So all that, I was just wondering whether you'd had any experience yet with using this device with adult literacy programs, and if so, what kind of feedback you're getting?
Not, some activists have got in touch with us, and they are going to take it to rural tribal areas, and they said during their lean time, they're going to use it to educate the adults. But adult education is certainly a back of my hand. Yes, please. Fourth is right now
Madan, please speak on
4,500, and with volume production, we will also be bringing it down further. It's very simple, robust, and 4,500. If there are no more questions, I would like to say something.
Please, please.
See, Government of India has this Sarv Shikshan Abhiyan, very ambitious, but what I would suggest, request, propose that something more doable, more manageable, more achievable is Sarv Saksharta Abhiyan. And using this device, and I would think we should first do a Sarv Saksharta Abhiyan, and it can really be done. I mean, if it can be deployed in every village, we eventually would see that everyone in the village becomes literate. And our mission is to eradicate illiteracy, and we would need everyone's help and in this regard and suggestions how to take it forward. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jugal Gupta ji. I think just to reiterate on your point, सर्व साक्षरता अभियान के जैसा ही नाम का एक बहुत बड़ा नेशनल प्रोग्राम चल रहा है, उसका नाम है नेशनल लिटरेसी मिशन, जिस पे बजटेड एक्टिविटीज़ हैं और पिछले 20-25 सालों से इसके ऊपर कार्यक्रम चल रहा है, इंक्लूडिंग नाइट स्कूल्स and night teaching for people who are engaged in occupations in rural areas where they can't really come to schooling, adults. So I think it would be good for you to get in touch with the National Literacy Mission. Thank you, sir. What I learned in this presentation were, again, a couple of points that really ICT does not mean high technology devices and solutions. Simple innovations with technology that are energy efficient. I think that's the key focus that I got here. That there is no recurrent cost to energy consumption. I suppose there would be a recharge system. So even yes. So here is this is a green solution also. I mean, we are looking at energy efficient solutions. So this is one of them, and the fact that it actually is going to help the large number of deficiency of teachers in schools. You know, where primary education is concerned, very early classes, where teachers have to manage 2 or 3 simultaneous classes. I mean, we have seen schools where one teacher is handling from class 1 to class 7, class 8 So, and then they also are administrators. They need to go to the district headquarters to pick up salaries. They have to do other survey and other related activities. So there is a lot of pressure on school teachers. So this is an excellent tool. So the recommendation is that we actually talk about this technology to the National Literacy Mission and to consider, to ask other school development programs to look at it as a supplementary tool that schools should purchase. Thank you.